Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. I want to talk a little bit today about stealth patches. So basically on Wednesday, Ivory Tower released the first patch for the crew in 2015, and it was only a small one, just 178 megabytes, basically just a balance patch. It certainly made some very interesting changes indeed, including, but not limited to, introducing a new car, new specs for people that had pre-ordered a new car, the Mini Cooper, for everyone else, which had previously only been available to people who had pre-ordered. And so the release of the Mini Cooper S, it came unannounced. It was one of a slew of stealth inclusions in the patch. Other things included there's nerfs to certain raid vehicles, most specifically the Z4 and the RUF as well. There was an across-the-board increase in grip. That was displayed by people who had made spreadsheets before the patch with all of the stats, and then comparing these to the cars after the patch, and it showed really across-the-board grip increases for everything. A complete disappearance of 2 faction missions, and some new keyboard shortcuts for the chat menus to make accessing them a little bit easier. And all of these were failed to be included in the patch notes that came out before. Now I should point out they have been sneakily included now, but they have definitely only been put in after a lot of these changes have been noticed. So I think there's kind of only 2 ways that you can take these. Either the community itself will see this as a surprise, a happy surprise, or they will see this, you know, as festering mistrust about what else can you not trust these guys with. If they're not telling us about these things, what else are they not telling us with? And you know, I can see some of the reasons why you wouldn't want to tell them. You know, you've got the community, it's already starting to have a bit of criticism on the studio with slow releases of updates coming out, or things that they believe are broken, and I can see why they wouldn't want necessarily to bring out some of these. But what I want to do is just take a look at these 2 specific examples, the Mini Cooper and the faction missions. So the Mini Cooper, this could have been a huge opportunity for Ivory Tower. They could have got free marketing from all the news sites. No one's going to jump on the news of a 178 meg balance patch, but you tell them that you're releasing a new car, new specs, free of charge. That's going to be on all of the MMO news sites, absolutely, without a doubt. Now, put it in your notes. Players are waiting to log in. They can't wait for this patch to arrive. They will be chomping at the bit for the servers to go back online. They want to try it out. They want to check out the new specs. They want to tune it up. You know, all of these things could have happened instead, without these patch notes being up, without this being included in the patch notes, there could still be people that don't even know this exists. If you're not part of the community, if you're not on Reddit, places like that, you might not even know that this exists. You know, it's a big missed opportunity there in my book. Then the removal of the faction missions. Now, you know, it's clear to me, and I would assume most people playing this game, that, you know, when you make money, it's far too easy. You know, you can conjure up $1 million in a couple of days' work. You know, 18 grand for every PvP race. That can get out of hand, and it can just spiral. And you know, I think that Ivory Tower have sold the fan base short here. If you'd just been honest and said, you know what, we're removing these 2 PvP sessions because they need to be balanced, we need to balance the rewards against the time that it takes, I think people would have understood. Look, of course, you're going to get some trolls who are going to complain that, you know, you've taken away our easy route to make money, but you know, there's still plenty. Play PvP, you can complete a PvP race in under 3 minutes. You know, there's absolutely no need to have this. There'll be people calling it a cash grab, there'll be people calling it, you know, it's removing content from the game, but it's just got to be rebalanced. It'll be back when the rewards are, you know, either reduced or they've rebalanced difficulty, you know. But if they'd just been honest with the community, I think I speak for us all when I said we would have understood. We knew that money was too easy to come by. We knew that this was the way it was going to be. These things needed to be looked at. But that's just a few thoughts based on this first patch. There's a second patch. It will be coming later on this month, which will include 2 new cars, as well as some new specs, potentially a new PvP mode as well, along with a few more changes. So we've got that to look forward to later on in January. Obviously, thank you again for checking this out. Remember, you can like, favorite, subscribe, share this video. Twitter is in the description down below. You can check that out. You can subscribe with the link on screen. Also check out the blog, which is updated almost daily. It's not just crew news, it's all sorts of news. And also you can get a hold of my stuff exclusively for a period of time on cruising as well. I'll leave a link to that in the description too. I'll be on Reddit, I'll be on the forums, and I'll definitely be in the game. So if you want to catch up with me, you know how to do it. Can't wait to race against you. Take care and see you next time.